Hello, New Orleans. My name is Earl Mackey. Welcome to Positive Black Talk. Joining us later will be Miss Charmaine Neville. So freeze. Don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.
This company needs quick decisions. So does yours. This company needs leaders. So does yours. This company needs well-trained people. So does yours. So when this company needs to borrow people from your company,
come on, man, move it on. Let's go, let's go.
Remember, they'll always come back better than they were before.
Hey, Bill, could we get your approval on this?
Be a hero. Give your employees the freedom to protect ours.
You, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
that you will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute the office
the President of the United States
of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
The Constitution, the words we live by.
Welcome back. Our next guest has performed in many clubs around the world, and today she's here on Positive Black Talk. Please help me welcome Miss Charmaine Neville. Okay.
Hello.
So how you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay.
All right. It's really nice to be here and a chance to meet you.
It's nice to have you
Thank
here.
you.
So as I said before, you're no stranger to the stage. You do a lot of performing.
Yeah, I've been performing most of my life. Since I was really about 2 or 3 years old, I've been singing, dancing, acting, doing something on stage.
Right.
Yeah. But I didn't really get into it in serious until I was about 16. So.
16 years old. So you were a singer. Yeah.
Singing mainly in church and in school plays and things like that, you know, in little neighborhood. Then it was when they had the neighborhood drama shops, you know,
Right.
and neighborhood theater classes and stuff. So.
I didn't know you were an actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to act every day of your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. Every song to me is like a play. You know, you can't just sing. You have to really feel what's in that song, and in order to do that, you've got to, you know, put yourself in that character. You know, so.
I know you have different characters in your shows.
Quite a few.
Right. There's one character in particular. I can't really describe it. It's sort of like a jazz. What do you call it?
I don't know.
The guy with the deep voice.
Oh, that's Louis Armstrong.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Louis Armstrong. Okay.
You just broke my heart. No, that started off as a joke. I used to impersonate people all the time, and somebody asked me one night, could I do Louis Armstrong? And I told them, oh, sure, joking, you know, and had no idea whether or not I could do it or not, and just started doing it because I'd been listening to Louis Armstrong most of my life, listening to his records, and not so much for his singing, but for the way that he articulated when he was singing. You know, you always listen to how, if you can understand what someone is saying. And I tried it, and it happened, and it stuck, and now every day people go, do Louis Armstrong. So, you know, it's fun. I wish I could have gotten the part in the movie they're doing, but I don't think I look too much like him, so
No,
they didn't give me that.
Right.
It would have been nice. I mean, that would have been really a challenge, you know, to be a woman and to get a part like that and have to.
Do you want it to play Louis Armstrong?
Oh, it would have been wonderful. It would have. My son was teaching me how to play the trumpet, so, you know, and I could play with one hand and hold my handkerchief in the other. So, you know, every once in a while I'll do it on stage, but not too often because I play horrible. So.
Right. So when you do Louis Armstrong, could you like say one or two words?
What would be the 1 or 2 words? Let's see. Oh, like in this one song of his that I really love. It's my favorite song, Wonderful World. I don't know. I just kind of, I go off on him. You know, it's like, I don't know. And see, because you asked me that. No, I'm not going to be able to say it.
Well, I mean.
What? We'll do it later.
We'll get it later on. All right. So you say you've been singing since you were 2 years old?
Yeah, in church and different things. So.
Yeah, we know you come from a musical family.
Oh yeah.
The Neville brothers and Aaron Neville and.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a chance to sing with them?
I worked with my dad and them for, I guess, for about maybe 7 or 8 years out of my life. When I was, I guess, from about 12 to maybe about 14, 17, something like that, and did a lot of great tours with them, got to meet wonderful people. It was great, you know, but again, it wasn't what I wanted to do. It was, I knew that I wanted to be on stage, but that wasn't what I wanted, because with the Neville brothers, I mean, the Neville brothers are the Neville brothers, you know, people come to see the Neville brothers. Yeah. I was just background and shake it, you know, a shake 'em girl and stuff like that, and put on my Indian costume and play Indian and things, which it was all great experiences, but I knew that I was not a background person, so, you know, I had to...
So you went out on your own?
Yeah, try to do something myself, and it's been long and it's been hard, but it's been worth every minute of it, every minute of it.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't think there's anything I could say I regret about my career. You know, I've had wonderful times with all of it, so...
So you say you travel around the world. What type of cities or countries do you go to?
I've been to Milan, Italy. I've been to Stockholm, Sweden. I've been to Canada. I've been to Paris. This was my first time going to Paris this year. I went to Paris, and it was wonderful. I love Paris. And it's really expensive, though. So is Sweden. It's ridiculous.
You think Paris really is the country of love? There's a lot of Romeos out there?
Well, there are a lot of them, oh yeah, and how can I say, they're always looking for women, always, always. The guys in Paris, and they'll have wives, and they'll tell you, with their wife sitting there, yes, I have a wife, but I'd like for you to be my mistress. I'll take care of you. I'll do this. And I'm like, okay. No, but I ran into a lot of that in Paris, a lot of men who wanted to just take care of me. If I was that kind of woman, I mean, I could have been well set up, you know, but I just didn't see any future in sitting at home letting somebody take care of me when I can take care of myself, you know. But Paris was great. Well, God, I've been so many places, but you know, all over the United States and things like that. But I'm on my way. I'm really excited about going to Russia. We're going to play in Gorky Park. Gorky Park.
Gorky.
I always say it wrong. I think it's Gorky Park, and we're going to be playing there in Moscow.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about that. So
they open up a lot of doors. A lot of Russian performers are coming down here.
Yeah, they've had quite a few bands here from Russia, and what it is. George Avakian, who's a producer, he's bringing music from New Orleans there. See, they've been doing things like that for a long time. What they do is they go to different countries, and what they'll do is they'll bring some of our culture to them, like bring the music, bring our food, bring our dances, and bring, you know, and bring like a whole package, and bring that and introduce it to that country. And as well as them doing that, they'll get the same thing from that country and bring over here. So for a long time, I know that a couple of hotels in New Orleans was doing that, you know. And it was really a great idea. I just hope that it stays, and you know, they keep on doing it, because it gets people a chance who would probably never ever get a chance to leave New Orleans or go and do anything. It gives them a chance to do that, you know. And it's good for the kids to see people from other countries come here and do something too.
Yeah, because we get a lot of stereotypes from other countries like Russian. I mean, all of them are mean, and
that's what everyone thinks.
All the women look like football players, and
it's not true. And it's like everybody thinks that everything in Paris is, you know, and it's not. I mean, you know, a lot of it is nice and it's beautiful, and it is a very lovely country. But you know, it's not everything that people crack it up to be. You know, I mean, there's a lot of things that you, being an American, would not be able to deal with living there. I mean, first of all, the language barrier. You know, that's the biggest thing. And of course,
you had a translator.
No, I had a little book. And I went around with that little book and with a tape recorder, and the tape recorder would tell me how to say the words right, because they're really funny about their language. Yeah. You know, you can speak to them in English and they will talk back to you, but if you try to talk to them in French and really sound horrible, they ignore you. They leave you standing there talking to yourself, you know. So.
Well, I'll be pretty messed up.
Yeah, well, I was. I couldn't even order a cup of coffee. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'd go in there and I'd point. Give me that. That's the best way. Or latch on to some guy who spoke like 9 languages, you know. And there were a lot of those guys who came to the shows, so I'd get somebody and say, well, he looks like he wants to take me to lunch. And I'd tell him, okay, let's go to that restaurant over there, because nobody would speak English to you, you know. And there's a committee in Paris that their sole interest is to keep their language, you know, keep like the billboards and everything where there's not that much English. They want to keep their language as the main language there, and I can understand that. You know.
Well, how did they accept you in other countries or cities?
It was really nice. We really got wonderful, warm receptions. The people act like they had known about us for a million years, and I know those people didn't know me from Joe Blow from Kokomo, but they really. They received us very well, and it made us feel wonderful. And then I think after the first night that we got there, I think maybe the first night that we played in the club, there might have been 200 people in the club. But we were there for 2 weeks, and every night after that, I mean, the club would just be, I mean, there wasn't even standing room, you know, and it's like something like 800 people, I think. And it really went well. I mean, and every night they'd come back, and, you know, they brought out all our tapes, all our pictures, all our everything, and, you know, quite a few of them have come to New Orleans and seen us at Snug Harbor, and some are coming from Jazz Fest. I get postcards every day from people in Paris. So, you know, I really enjoyed it, and I have plans on going to Paris to stay for a couple of years to do some theater work.
You need to move out there for a while.
I'm not moving now. New Orleans is home. That's the only Paris for me. But I will be going to Paris to do some theater work and some modeling and a few other things, because the modeling industry in Paris is so, I mean, you know, and I love clothes. So.
You like fashion, huh?
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about your performance. How would you describe what you do on stage?
It's hard to describe, and I don't like to describe. I don't like categories. People always say, what category would you, or what style of music would you say you do? I would say I do music, and that's all I would say. I do every kind of music that there is. There isn't, I don't consider myself a jazz singer. I wish I could be a jazz singer, but I'm not. I don't consider myself a pop singer or any other kind of, I just feel like I'm an entertainer, and I'm going to do whatever I feel like at that moment. That's what's going to come from me. You know, I do country and western, I do jazz, I do funk, I do rock and roll, I, you know, do rap. I mean, so there's not any set, you know, there's not anything that I could really put myself in a category.
MC Charmaine.
You will. You tell my son that. No, but I enjoy it, you know, and especially with the kids, because the kids always, they're like, yeah, you could rap. You know, and they'll be in the back with my kids, and they'll have all their little stuff going, you know, and they mess with me all day long. So one time I'll walk through the room, and while they're back there trying to work out their little rap, I'll just kick one on them, and they all just fall out. They're just like, the old lady can rap. And I'm like, thank you, yes. I mean, where do they think my kids got it from, you know?
Well, a lot of kids think rap is new.
Oh, I don't know why. I mean,
it's been around for a long time.
Rap has been around, oh my goodness, the Three Stooges used to rap. I mean, you know, seriously. Look at all the old black and white shows that used to come on. They used to really do stuff like that, and all the dances that they're doing now. Breakdancing came from that. I mean, you know, from in the 20s and the 30s and stuff like that, you know. And everything that the kids are doing now, they think they've invented. You know, it's to make them feel good. Forget it, kids. Forget it. Y'all didn't invent it. We knew it all before y'all were even thought of, believe me. And they like to tell you your old stuff and that you don't know anything, you know, but we know the truth. We know that, you know, we're helping them. I'm not, I mean, I know you're real young and but my kids, I have two sons, Damien and James. Damien is, I think they call him Dizzy D. God only knows why he wants to be called something Dizzy.
D?
Yes. And my other son,
spins around on stage.
I don't know. Maybe that has something to do. Maybe it's because they think he's dizzy. And my other son, they call him Jazzy Jeff. God only knows why. But
it's not Jazzy Jeff with the Fresh Prince.
Oh, sure. No, it's Jazzy Jeff from the Night Boy. No, my kids, no, the only thing you can hear from them on the radio is some commercials. That's about it. No, they haven't gotten any record contracts or anything yet, but they write quite a bit, and they do some of my shows with me. You know, I get them every once in a while to come on stage and perform with me, and I like that because, you know, it makes me feel good for my kids to be up there and for people to get a chance to see them and see that they can really do something, you know. And not just my kids, but they have a lot of friends. And all their little friends, all of them want to, you know, and there's so many talented children in this city that it's scary, you know. I mean, if someone was to really come here and take over this city and, you know, open it up into the big music world that it should be, all the kids that they have that are talented in this city, we could cover the world with enough talent to really take everywhere in the world with just the kids from New Orleans.
Because a lot of people, they really have to leave New Orleans in a sense as far as recording studios and...
I think that was then. You know, I mean, yeah, you had to leave New Orleans to do everything. But I think now that people are starting to realize that New Orleans is really a place, that it's not a mythical island, that it's not something, you know, that you only come to for Mardi Gras. I mean, because a lot of people figure that there's Mardi Gras here 24 hours a day, every day of the week, which is or voodoo. I mean, all they think about us is voodoo, Mardi Gras, you know, we all do black magic. You know, I couldn't even spell black magic. But, I mean, when I go anywhere in the world, people say, well, tell me about the voodoo and the Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Yes, I tell them, yeah.
That's the first thing they say. You go out of town, oh, you do voodoo. And
yeah, but we do music. That's what we do. We do music, and we know how to eat, and we know how to party. We know what we like, and we just want to get other people to come here and to appreciate it and to enjoy it, you know. And I think that once people get over the black and red fish fad and, you know, I mean, now everything is popping up New Orleans now, and that's great, you know, but they're all grabbing at the wrong things. They're all grabbing at the wrong things. New Orleans has a whole lot that we can offer, our culture, our music, our, you know, some of our foods which they've never even heard of, you know. I mean, we've been burning stuff for a long time. Now it's a delicacy to have black and red fish, you know. You burn stuff every day. And gumbo is, I mean, anybody can make gumbo, you know.
But I know a lot of other cities in New Orleans, seafood is so high that, you know, it's hard to make the gumbo.
It is, but I'm going to tell you, I was in New York. I played at this club called Delta 88. It's a wonderful club. The people there are wonderful. It's just like being in New Orleans because they're so friendly. It's not like your normal New York scene.
I thought people don't speak to you in New York. It's more.
It's not true.
No?
No, it's not true.
Stereotype.
Sometimes that's it. You know, and sometimes you might bump into somebody that's just a jerk.
And they look at you like, why you bumped into me?
Yeah, but you'll find that here in New Orleans too. But I find that most of the people in New York are from here or from Chicago or from somewhere else. I mean, nobody is really a native New Yorker. You know, I don't think there is one in all of New York. But at this particular club, they had fixed it up like a club would be here in New Orleans. Well, not really like we would, but they had like Sunbeam bread signs and Barks root beer and hot sauce bottles and all of this and everything, you know. And it was really a nice little club. But when they brought you your food, and they had fixed red beans and rice that night. And what they do is when they cook the beans, they drain all of the juice off the beans and just put the beans on top.
Beans on
just
rice?
Hard beans.
Yeah.
And they told me, this is red beans. I said, y'all need to come to New Orleans and learn how to cook. And the gumbo was like you would take that Chinese soup that has like an egg in it or something, you know, and that was their gumbo. And I was like, no, y'all need to learn how to cook. But other than that, New York is fun. I enjoy it. And I go there at least 4 or 5 times a year, you know.
We're going to have to take a commercial. I want you to do a Louis Armstrong. Say, we'll be right back with Positive Black Talk. How's it go?
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, see, if I'm not singing it, it's hard to do.
I mean, let me give you a beat.
Okay, wait. I'm not going to be able to do it. We'll do it on the next break.
Okay, we're going to come back and see her do the Louis Armstrong.
There were people who needed someone to give. You took the time, you found a way, you were there. For you gave through United Way, for letting your love shine through. We want to say thanks, thank you to people like you.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed days, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
If you're not recycling, you're throwing it all away.
Growing up a girl isn't always easy. Girls today are faced with problems that are worse than ever before. Things like poverty, illiteracy, teen pregnancy, and drug abuse. Girl Scouting is an informal education program that addresses the special needs and installs values for these girls. As a child, I didn't have the opportunity to be a Girl Scout, but as an adult, I've joined as a volunteer. You too can join. You too can share your time and talents with these girls. You can influence these girls. Join the Girl Scouts today.
Hi, we're back with Charmaine Neville. and we're just talking and stuff. So
Okay.
you on the stage, the music you sing, do you write your own music? Or you?
Some of it. And most of the stuff that I do that's by other people, I generally don't do their words. I have a tendency to not so much listen to what other people write and things, you know, because a lot of times you'll hear a song and it just doesn't fit the way that you are, you know, so I'm the kind of person on the spur of the moment. The words to that song will drastically change, you know, and people are going, well, I know that song, but it's not really like that. And I go, what can I tell you? You know, but yeah.
Changing people's words.
Oh, all the time, all the time.
All right.
But it's just, I guess it's because I'm so, I don't know, a lot of people tell me it's because I'm crazy, and it may have something to do with it, but there's something inside me that words just, they just come, you know, it's just always there. There's always something in my mind churning and working, you know, well, I know how I'm going to say this, or if I'm going to do that. One night, I know you've watched it, I know. There's this show that comes on called Glow, where they have the gorgeous women of wrestlers. Yeah. And they came to New Orleans one time, and they all came to the club. And
you ever wrestled before?
Couldn't you see them women beating the heck out of me? Oh no, when they were at the Lakefront Arena, they invited me and a friend of mine to come and wrestle with them. I laughed. There was no way in the world I was going to get, because I'm an athletic person, but you have to really be in top-notch shape to do something. I mean, all that stuff looks, you know, people say, oh, it's fake.
It's fake, huh?
But it's not. Those girls will kill you. Yeah. They will break every bone in your body.
Well, they look like they can.
They can, believe me. And they told us, y'all, come on in here. I told them, I'll write a song about y'all. And that night they came to Snug Harbor, and when they walked in the door, I was doing a song about something, and when I saw them come in, it just happened. And the whole rest of the song was about the gorgeous women of wrestling.
So you started singing off the top of your head?
Yeah, it just, you know, just because I saw them and they were there, you know, and I figured I'd mess with them, you know, and that big one, she came on stage. What's her name? Shamu?
Don't know.
Not Shamu, I'm sorry. I didn't mean Shamu. She'll never see this, will she? What's her name? The big, you know, the big one I'm talking about. Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji. And she came on stage, and I left because she's, you know. You
thought she was going to body slam you?
I thought she was going to do something to me, boy.
Put you in the head like her.
Yeah, she was just too big. I mean, one of her legs is big as both of us put together.
Oh, well, she's big, huh?
She's big.
Right.
But I enjoyed them. They're fun.
Another thing I wanted to commend you on in your family. Wait, let me get this straight. Aaron Neville, he's your uncle?
My uncle. Charles plays saxophone, that's my father.
That's your father.
Cyril plays congas, that's my uncle, and my uncle Art plays keyboards. Yeah. I know everybody thinks they're my brothers. Do not believe them. Okay. I am much younger than all of them, especially my daddy. He tells people I'm his older sister. It's a lie. He's my father. And a lot of people think that they're my brothers, and I like it. It's fun, you know. And I tell them, oh yeah, you know. But it's really, and then they have grandchildren and great grandchildren. So you know, they're older than they look.
Yeah. What I was about to say about all of you staying here, a lot of people when they come to New Orleans, they do something, get a little success, and they're gone. We don't see them anymore. Yeah,
but that's why you don't see them anymore either, and you probably won't see them if you went somewhere else, you know, because you can't take something from, because see, everything I got came from the people right here. And if I was to take everything that I have, everything that I've accomplished, and all of this that the people in the city and the children and everyone has given to me to make me succeed in what I'm trying to do and leave, I won't have any more good luck. And I know that. I feel like, you know, everything I have accomplished is because of people in this city.
Right.
And I mean, all my stuff in different cities and in different countries and stuff has helped. It's been wonderful. But most of my energy and everything comes from right here in this city, and I won't be going anywhere. I mean, I go off and do little things, but New Orleans is home.
Was it easy?
No.
Being able to do what you do now?
No.
No?
No, it's never easy.
You walk up to Snug Harbor and say, I can sing.
Oh, look.
And every night they just book you and say, hey.
No. I wish it would have been that easy. But I'm going to say this about Snug Harbor, is that when all the other clubs that I was going to and doing just like you said, I can sing, why don't y'all give me a chance, was laughing at me and closing their door in my face, Snug Harbor was the only place that opened their door and said, okay, we're going to give you one night a week. And we just want you and your piano player, and we're going to see if you can sing. That's really putting you to the test. You and your piano player. The first night we played, one person came. One person. For the first 3 or 4 months that we were there, that one person came every week, every time that we played.
Or something.
I don't know. Maybe it was somebody that kept in the back or something, you know. But that was the only person that came for like the first 3 or 4 months that we played there. And then one night, I guess he got drunk and told somebody else about it, because a lot of people came, and it's been, you know, and it went from 1 night to 2 nights, and from 2 nights to 3 or 4 nights, or whenever I could, and you know. But all of the other clubs, when I really was serious about trying to do something, none of them would do anything, except for Benny's. But Benny's was totally different. I mean, you know, in Benny's, you can't have a crowd sitting around listening to you sing jazz. You know, in Benny's, everybody wants to, you know, they've got to have that funk and that energy, you know.
Right.
So Benny's was a totally different thing, and I enjoyed Benny's. Benny's was a lot of fun.
I guess a lot of people think since your family is into music already that, I mean, it was so easy for you to just walk into it.
Ha! That's a joke, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, people say to me all the time, "You're a Neville." God, that must have been so wonderful. It was so this, it was so that. And yeah, it is. I'm very proud to be a part of the family and have that heritage and that history. But no, it hasn't been an easy road. It never has been. I mean, now it's starting to get a little easier, but I'm not making my living off of the Neville brothers' publicity and their popularity and everything. I'm making everything that I've done is because Charmaine got out there and fought and scratched and kicked and bit and did everything for her, you know. Oh, it's true. I mean, I've had to, there's been a lot of things that I've had to do to even get people to listen to me, and a lot of people would say, oh, they've just got her up there because her last name is Neville, you know, and didn't realize that I was really serious about what I was doing and what I had planned for myself. And you just have to, just like I told the kids this morning, I went and talked to a group of kids, and I told them this morning, you know, a little girl told me, well, I'm waiting, because I know somebody gonna come and they're gonna give me a record contract. I said, baby, you'll be waiting till the day you die, because nothing comes to you from sitting around and waiting. I went and I knocked on doors. I handed out pamphlets. I handed out tapes. I went and made people listen to me, and that was the only way I got it.
I can sit here and talk to you all day.
I know. You're gonna tell me to shut up now. I know you have more to do, I know. Well, maybe we can do this next week again.
Okay.
You know,
yeah, come back and we'll talk
and
more.
And we'll part 2.
All right. So you're not going to give us the Liz Armstrong?
No. I can't do it, seriously. Unless I'm singing, I can't do it. So let's see if I could sing it. Scabby-da-bop, ba-do-it-bop. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
All right. Thank you for joining into Positive Black Talk. And I want to thank Miss Neville again for coming on. And
thank you.
Hopefully, again, you can come back. And
whenever you want me, all you have to do is call me and tell me to come on and talk. Yep.
Charmaine Neville.
Thank you.
Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say.
The power of teaching.
The world won't get no better if we're just...
The power to wake up young minds. The power to wake up the world. Teachers have that power. Reach for the power. Teach. I'm Edward James Olmos, and we're recruiting new teachers. Call 1-800-45-TEACH.
From the McGruff Files, the Philadelphia story. In certain parts of Philadelphia, things were rough. Areas were run down, crime and drugs were out of hand, and honest folks felt like prisoners in their own homes. People decided to work with police to turn things around. Weekly meetings led to cleanup projects and folks working together. Soon, the neighbors had their neighborhood back. That's what happens when people and police work together. Write this down, and I'll show you how you can help take a bite out of crime.
Hello, New Orleans. My name is Earl Mackey. Welcome to another exciting edition of Positive Black Talk. And the word excitement will be in here tonight because we have 4 beautiful black college queens, and you're about to find out more about them and what it feels like to be queen. This particular episode is dedicated to Henry Holden's mother. Henry Holden is the producer of this show, and his mother will be sadly missed. But stay tuned, because we'll be right back with more Positive Black Talk.
No matter what you're running from, there's someone to run to. Covenant House. No matter what your problem is, we're here to listen. Wherever you are, we can get you help. So call us now on the 9 line. It's free. 1-800 and keep dialing 9.
Hi, welcome back to our program, Positive Black Talk. Today we will be interviewing 4 of our beautiful black college queens, and they are here right now. So how y'all doing today?
Fine.
That's good, that's great. So why don't you introduce the audience, introduce yourselves, and tell us where you're from and what you're doing and all those good things.
Hi, I'm Michelle Dubose, Miss Xavier University of Louisiana. I'm a senior psychology major from Mobile, Alabama.
Hello, I'm Miss Terry Marie Lowe, Miss Dillard University, a senior public health major from Detroit, Michigan.
Hello, I'm Miss Grambling State University, Zahara Sims, a mass communications major.
Hi, I'm Chanel Fontenot, Miss Southern University at New Orleans, and I'm a senior substance abuse major from Port Arthur, Texas.
Okay, well at least we have one native New Orleans sitting here. So how does it feel to be queen, to represent the university? Give me some reactions, some feeling of going out, first of all, being elected by your peers, the majority of the school, and being an ambassador, a spokesman for the university.
Well, first of all, this year has been very strenuous. I've learned how to manage my time as well as balance my other duties. The year has been wonderful. I've met a lot of people, and it's an experience that I'll carry with me throughout my life.
Yeah, I believe that the feeling is mutual, as Michelle said. It is a great experience because to know that you're looked up upon by your peers, to know that, you know, hey, they chose me to represent them, you know, over everyone at the university. And it has been a wonderful experience, and it is something that you will always, because I'll always be known as Miss Dillard University 1989-90, and I'll always have to uphold, you know, the image that Dillard University portrays.
Okay, well, I concur with other ladies. It has truly been an honor to represent my peers and to be a representative of Grambling State University. Grambling State has over 6,000 students, and to be recognized by that mass majority of students is indeed an honor.
That's a lot of people.
Yes, yes, it is.
It is also an honor for me to represent Southern University at New Orleans. It is a commuter campus, but Southern University at New Orleans also is large. We have over 4,000 students this semester ourselves.
That's pretty big.
Okay.
Being a queen of the university, what is the significance? What is the importance of a university having a queen?
Quite a bit. First of all, you're a liaison between administration and the student body. Secondly, wherever you go, you're representing your university because, as Terry said, you're always known as Ms. Xavier or Miss Grambling.
They walk up to you and say, "Hi, Ms. Xavier."
Or I've seen, don't I know you from somewhere? I saw your picture. And in a sense, that means a lot to you, you know, when people...
Now, you all were in the Ebony, the Black Excellence.
Yes.
Yeah. Were you excited when you saw your face on the picture?
Yeah, the first reaction is like, wow, I'm in the magazine.
Probably went to the bookstore and bought all the copies of it.
Well, they supply the Black Excellence free, so I got about 25 copies.
My father took care of the Ebony. He bought them out.
Yeah. Now, when we think about being a, most of you say that you're ambassadors for the school, queen of the school. Most people think of it as being a fashion show or a beauty contest, and after coronation, it's all over. Is it like that, or is there more?
No, that's a big myth. I wouldn't say that at all, because being that you are the queen of your university, you have to keep this image, and you know you're responsible for representing the university at many different occasions and banquets, and when visitors are in the city, very important people that come to the university. And I guess you are like, quote unquote, you could say the model Dillard University student. And so I guess they'll stereotype every other student at Dillard University by, you know, you.
Being queen more than just a beauty contest.
Well, yeah, I agree. It's much more than beauty. A lot of times the students think that it's just a beauty contest, but it's a lot of politics involved, because as Xavier said, we work as a liaison. Before we work with the administration, with the students. And I've found it very easy to work with the students. I find out what the students want, and at that particular point I take it back to the administration and say, well, this is what we want, you know. And I've been a guest speaker at several different functions, you know, and that has been an honor. I've had the opportunity to travel to represent the university at large, at football games, at banquets, or whatever, and I've had the opportunity to speak on behalf of the students. This past week we had the SACS organization to come out, and they evaluate the school, and I had the opportunity to explain to them how important Grambling State University is.
Well, you should be used to talking to people since you are communications.
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
Right. So what queen material, as far as becoming queen, why do you think you were qualified, Chanel? I'm asking you, why do you think you were elected queen of Southern University in New Orleans?
First of all, I was academically eligible. And
so it has to be a grade point.
Oh yes, most definitely, most definitely.
Yes, scholastics are important. And activity-wise, you know, I'm involved in several different organizations on campus, and I know a lot of students, and I think that's important. You know, if you're going to represent a student body, the student body should know you.
So most of you are known throughout the
well.